Now let us see the fourth unit, impact. Okay, before going impact, first of all, we have to know what is meant by impulsive force. You know already several forces. Now, what is impulse force? A large force acting on a body for an infinitesimally small period which produce a finite change of momentum in that interval is called an impulsive force. So, what is impulsive force? A large force, first of all, it is acting on a body for particular small period, but it make a change in the momentum in that particular interval. That force is called a impulsive force. Could you understand? For example, a ball, whatever may be, football or cricket ball, whatever it is. For example, cricket ball. If you bat, if you hit by bat, you will get a force, hitting, so that the ball goes to boundary or six or whatever it is. Because we give a force by using bat. Am I right? That force is a impulsive force because that is a huge force. If we are giving huge level so that it goes to boundary or sixer. Am I right? Could you understand this example? A ball
Yes,
due
sir.
to a hit by a bat is the impulsive force. Okay. Next, impulse. What is meant by impulse? The effect of the action of an impulsive force is measured by the change in momentum produced by the force. This change is called the impulse of the impulsive action. See, you know already what is impulsive action, I mean force. Now, what the effect it makes in the momentum, that changes we call as impulse. Would you understand? Next, the equation of an impulse imparted to a particular mass of m. So always the particle having mass. So what is the equation of impulse? Imparted means it brings to the particle. Okay. What is the equation of impulse imparted to a particle of mass m? Nothing but I vector equal to m v dash vector minus m v vector. Because the definition of momentum, mass into velocity. Mass into velocity is called the linear momentum, So, the changes in the momentum is called the impulse. So that impulse is nothing but I vector equal to mv dash vector minus mv vector, where v vector and v dash vector are the velocities of the particle immediately before and immediately after the impulsive action. Understand? Next, if suppose tau is the shortest time during which the impulsive force acts, then I vector equal to integral over 0 to tau f vector dt. Yeah, next another important, already conservation of linear momentum. The equation of motion of a particle of mass m is nothing but, equation of motion of a particle force equal to mass into acceleration, that is f vector equal to m r vector double dot. Why we are writing instead of acceleration r vector double dot? If suppose r vector is the position vector, the rate of change of position vector, that is nothing but velocity. The rate of change of velocity is nothing but acceleration. That is why equation of motion of a particle of mass m is nothing but f vector equal to m r vector double dot. Understand? Do you understand, ma? If suppose
Yes, sir.
the force is 0, what will happen? M r vector double dot equal to 0 means that now if you integrate here, what will happen? So if you integrate here, what will happen? M is a constant mass. But if you integrate once r vector double dot, what will happen? We will get r vector single dot equal to some arbitrary constant. Am I right? We know that m r vector dot is nothing but mass into velocity. It's called the linear momentum. So what we get? Linear momentum is a constant. That is the principle of conservation of linear momentum. Linear momentum preserve the constant. Linear momentum gives the constant. Understand? Okay. Yeah. Next, principle of conservation of momentum. If what is the meaning in theoretically? If the applied force on a particular, the same thing. This is applied force here, impulsive force. Suppose maybe if the applied force on a particle is 0, then the linear momentum of the particle is conserved. Conserved means constant. That is what we have proved here. Next, similarly, we can say that not only a single force, for multiple forces. If the sum of applied forces of a system of particles is 0, then m1 r1 vector dot plus m2 r2 vector dot plus etc. some finite equal to constant. So the linear moment of the system of particles is also conserved. Okay. Very important note. When the explosive charge in a gun forms a large amount of gas, the gun and the shot are subject to the action of a very high pressure. Could you understand? But this pressure is an internal force and not an external force. When a gun is fired, the gun and the shot are not subject to any external force. So by the principle of conservation of linear momentum, if the gun is at rest before firing, that is, if the momentum of the gun and the shot is 0 before firing, then immediately after firing the sum of the momentum of the gun and the shot will be 0. So in firing a shot of mass m with a velocity v vector, the gun of mass capital M gains a velocity v vector, velocity of recoiling, given by there are two momentum m small v vector plus capital M capital V vector equal to 0. That is, we get capital V vector equal to minus small m by capital M small v vector. So clearly the directions of the velocities of the gun and the shot are opposite. You know very well, this is one velocity, this is another velocity, but both are opposite sign. Okay. If suppose, magnitude value modulus small v vector equal to small v, if modulus of capital V vector equal to capital V, then m capital V equal to m small v. Could you understand from this? Okay, if we find magnitude value, both will be equal. Both momentum will be equal. The explosion generates a total kinetic energy. Here, total kinetic energy also two cases. So that half m small v square plus half m capital M v square. This is the work done by the internal explosive pressure impulsively. See, do you remember where it happened? Could you understand this process? Firing. See, if you have gun, if you shoot using the gun, so that you are giving a force. That force is called a impulsive force. Could you understand? Could you understand, ma? You are having a gun, ma. If you use the gun, I mean for shooting, you are giving a force, Either you or the whatever the matter inside. Okay. That gives a force. That force is called a impulsive force. Understand, ma? Now let us see the problem in detail. You can understand the same process. Yeah. A gun is rigidly mounted on a carriage on a smooth horizontal plane. So a gun is rigidly mounted on a carriage on a smooth horizontal plane. The total mass of the carriage, see, instead of particle, here carriage, whatever it is, and the gun is capital M. We can understand mass of carriage and mass of gun is capital M. If the gun is elevated at an angle alpha to the horizontal, because gun fires, so it will make an angle to the horizontal, that is alpha. Show that when a shot of mass M is fired, it leaves the gun in a direction at an angle theta to the horizontal given by tan theta equal to capital M plus small m divided by capital M into tan alpha. See, you can understand from this figure. See, there are two things. One is carriage, another is gun in a smooth plane. Okay, yeah. One is carriage, another is gun. See, here clearly mentioned this AB is the carriage, this BC is the barrel, and O be the initial position of the A. Then I vector and J vector be the unit vectors in the horizontal and upward vertical directions. Very important. We are considering I vector, unit vector for horizontal, but J vector for upward vertical direction. See, now you join the line, so we get this point is N. This is C. Okay. Now at time T, after the explosion means what? Gun fired. It will blast, Let capital P be the position of the shot. After the shot, P is the position. And N be the, N be the foot of the perpendicular from P. And small r vector be the position vector of capital P, means that OP vector, okay, with respect to O. Then this is not given in the figure, but capital R vector is the position vector of capital A with respect to O, means that OA capital R vector is the position vector of capital A with respect to O. So remember, small vector is the position vector of capital P, capital R vector is the position vector of capital A with respect to O. And we assume OA equal to some x distance, BP equal to, I'm sorry, BP means this line R. Okay, these are all the things we are assuming because of the given information from the given problem. Now, our aim is to find the velocity first of the shot at time t, the position vector of the shot at time t. R vector, small r vector is nothing but, use the vector algebra concept. Listen, actually we are assuming OP vector is the small r vector. You must remember, that's what we are assuming here. What we are assuming? OP vector equal to small r vector. Now use the vector algebra concept. For any vector, we can able to write down some of the other vectors accordingly. I mean, if you want to find this r vector, we can write down OA vector plus AB vector plus BN vector plus NP vector. That's what written here from the figure. Could you understand this step? This is the concept of vector algebra. You are studying in school, right? Do you know this one? Kamlesh? Or anybody? Okay, ma. So, but OA vector, what is OA vector? X vector. Sorry, not x vector. X is the distance. Unit vector is I vector. So, x I vector. What is AB vector? We don't know what is AB, but AB into I vector. Okay. Then what is BN vector? You know very well, this is a perpendicular, you know. So what is Bn? This is R, so that this will be what? Tell me, ma. You must remember this angle will be alpha. That is given in the problem. Okay. So this is R, this is angle alpha. What about Bn vector? R cos alpha I vector plus NP vector. What is NP vector? R sin alpha J vector, because we are taken upward direction. Could you understand? See, all of you could understand this step. How we write? Any doubt? Ask me, ma, till this step. So you don't have doubt. Okay. Next, we differentiate this for group T, that is R vector dot. So it will become X dot I vector plus, but AB is a X will differ from X depending on time, but AB is not depending on time, because that is the carriage. So a constant distance 0 if you differentiate, but R is a, if you differentiate R dot, cos alpha is constant, I vector same. Similarly, R will, if you differentiate R dot, sin alpha J vector. Now what we get? Let us combine these two, because I vector common. So that X dot plus R dot cos alpha into I vector plus R dot sin alpha J vector. So this is the velocity of the shot at time t. Next, we have to find out the velocity of the shot at the time of leaving the barrel. See, after the, very important, once shot, but after leaving, actually it leaves from the barrel, you know, this barrel. Now what will be the velocity? Let us find out. Let the shot leave the barrel at time, suppose capital T, after the explosion. Let at that moment X dot equal to capital V, I mean velocity for X dot, small r dot, small velocity, small v. This is also velocity, but small v. We are taken like this. Then let then here time capital T, the velocity of the shot from the equation 1 here. Now we substitute these things, X dot by capital V, so V, R dot by small v, so V plus V cos alpha J vector, sorry, this is I vector, not J alpha, plus R dot small v sin alpha J vector. Now let us find tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but for any vector in the vector property, you know, J component by I component. What is J component? V sin alpha. What is I component? Capital V plus V cos alpha. Okay. Now next we have to find out the momentum of the system of particles. Initially the momentum is 0. You know very well the normal reaction will take place. So the normal reaction is the only force, external force, except because impulsive force and internal force. Okay, but normal reaction, because of some other, this will happen. So the normal reaction is the only force on the carriage during the explosion, which is vertically upward. See, remember ma, here, see, in that perpendicular direction, normal reaction will act. You know what is normal reaction? You are discussed in the first unit. When will happen, you know. So there is no external force in the I vector direction. So that is only upward action, I mean vertical. So in about I vector direction, no external force. So momentum in the I vector direction when the shot leaves the barrel is the same as the same as the previous one. I mean, what is previous? In the beginning, momentum 0. So same momentum 0 about I direction, but the momentum of the carriage and the shot at time t. We want to find momentum of the carriage and shot. So you know what about the carriage? We have taken r vector position, so it is a velocity lead. You know what is the definition of momentum? Mass into velocity. So mass capital M, velocity r vector dot plus short r small r vector is the positive vector. So small m r vector dot. Okay. Now this capital R vector dot is nothing but we can write down x dot I vector. Okay. This is a V. I mean velocity. Okay. So x dot I vector plus small m small r vector dot nothing but here this one x dot plus r dot cos alpha I vector plus r dot sin alpha j vector, that is equation number 1. Now for the particular time small t equal to capital T, what will happen? The everything will be changed in terms of v and small v, that is this. Okay, so this will be capital V I vector m capital V I vector plus m, this is capital V plus small v cos alpha, this is small v sin alpha j vector. Now you know very well in about ith component will be 0 momentum, so mv plus v cos alpha equal to 0. So when you simplify, you can able to take a common capital V, so capital M plus small m equal to minus small m v cos alpha, so that capital V equal to minus m v cos alpha divided by capital M plus small m. So this is the velocity. Next we substitute this equation into the 10th, I mean the equation number 2. So what will happen? We substitute all the things. What are the things? Only we substitute capital M value. That's it. Now simplifying furthermore by taking LCM, we get this. This is the direction. So this is what we have to prove it. Got it.